Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, thanks so much for clicking on. In today's video, I have got a lot of cleaning motivation as we are getting ready to go on a family beach trip. But I'm going to start this evening by making dinner. I am making some steaks here on the inside grill. I'm also making some homemade mashed potatoes and boiling up some corn and putting some biscuits in the oven. Once I'm done with dinner, I'm going to go ahead and get my kitchen completely cleaned, including my floor, along with my living room and my bathroom. Thanks so much for coming along with me. So here I just finished peeling the potatoes, and then because I'm boiling them, I just cut them into smaller pieces. It just helps them to boil a little bit quicker, and I also always add some salt to my pot. Now I'm over here seasoning my steaks. I'm just using my same basic seasonings as I typically use, like my onion and garlic powder, seasoning, salt, and then I also like to add a little bit of this Nashville seasoning that I have. And of course, cracked pepper over the top. I do season both sides of my meat. Now that the meat is seasoned, I just place it right here on the grill and let it do its thing. Here's what we're looking like so far. The steaks are smelling really, really good, and the potatoes are about ready. I'm going to go ahead and just flip my steaks over. I like to just flip them one time. Once my potatoes are drained, I do like to add some milk, and I add a little sour cream, lots of butter, and some salt to taste. And then I just use, this is the same tool I use to separate my meat for like taco meat and so forth. I just use that to hand mash tonight because they wanted chunky mashed potatoes. Now that that's done, my corn's ready, so I'm going to go ahead and drain that. And dinner is done. It was so good. Turned out really, really good. Here's the state of my home now. And as I mentioned earlier, we are going on a family beach vacation. So I want to go ahead and get my house all clean. I'm going to start by just picking up a few things, putting a lot of my grandson's toys away, and just kind of getting things straightened up initially in the living room. And then we'll get to doing a little more deep cleaning. I'm going to start with dry dusting. That way I can knock any cobwebs or hair down, and then they'll go ahead and get vacuumed up or wiped up as I continue cleaning. I went in and did the walls on both sides. I also dry dusted the picture frames on either side of my walls as well. As most of you know, this is a cover for my couch. My dog typically likes to lay up here at nighttime when it's time to go to bed, and these are her little pillows and one of her little blankets. So I'm just kind of straightening that out. She is not coming with us to the beach because there are other dogs, and some people don't have their dogs on leashes. And I know that's a whole different subject, but I just don't bring her. Instead, she'll be watched by somebody. But anyway, straightening up her couch there, or our couch that she likes to lay on. And now I'm going to go ahead and give all my wood furniture a nice dusting. I did go in with glass cleaner and wipe down my television and my living room window here. It had so many fingerprints from my grandson, but I didn't catch that on film. So once I was done with that, now I'm on to vacuuming. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Do you have a cordless vacuum or a vacuum with a cord? Also, what kind of vacuum? This is a Shark and I do really like it. This part is probably one of my favorite features, that you can just take it, go along the baseboards or on the couch or whatever, and then just put it right back into the head. Now I'm moving on to the kitchen, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up what's left over of dinner. My son here taking the garbage out, and I'm going to also go ahead and dry dust in here. Just again, the idea to just kind of knock everything down so that it will get either wiped up or mopped up. Here I'm just using an all-surface antibacterial spray just to disinfect my countertops, and I'm using it on my microwave and stove as well, but then I will switch over to a stainless steel polish when I need to do my fridge and dishwasher. I did not take the other magnets off. As I was starting to do my fridge, my grandson walked in, and as soon as I go to grab like the turtle or the flower magnet, he always wants to play with them. So I just continued cleaning. He didn't notice anything, and yeah, just had to go around the magnets. Now on to sweeping. It is amazing how much stuff can just accumulate on your floor and crumbs and so forth. I actually just did my floor, took everything out, stripped it, mopped it, the whole 9 yards in a previous video, so you can go back and look at that. But anyways, this is just maintaining and touch up. So again, it's just amazing how much stuff can just get on your floor. So once I was done sweeping, I just go in with the Mop and Glow. I do still use Mop and Glow. And I just like to take a rag and kind of hand wipe it around and clean my floor with the Mop and Glow. I find it easy, and I feel like I have a lot of control and can really kind of wipe things up and spread it evenly to kind of give it an even shine in the end. But anyways, that's all I'm doing, just a quick sweep and mop of the floor, or wipe of the floor. Now it's about 40 minutes later and my floor is nice and dry, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the dishes. Here I'm just giving the dishes just kind of a light scrub. I like to spray some Dawn dish soap and just kind of give them a light scrub, make sure all the gunk's off, and then I set them over here in some warm water with some Dawn dish soap and a splash of bleach, and I'm letting them soak. So here's an overview of how my kitchen is looking while the dishes are soaking. floor looks nice and clean. And now I am on to the bathroom. As you can see, our main bathroom upstairs is pretty small. So I'm going to start by just taking everything out off the floor. These are my husband's shower sandals. So I'm just putting those back, getting out all the towels and things. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray down my bathtub and shower stall, let that sit. And then I'll go in to my toilet and get that all scrubbed up real quick. I did use my regular toilet bowl brush this time with some bleach and toilet bowl cleaner instead of my disposable. So I'm letting that dry there in the toilet bowl while I am cleaning the outside of the toilet, just getting it all wiped down. Once that's done, I'm going to go into my shower stall here, get the walls wiped down, and then I will step out and scrub out the bathtub portion. After I rinsed it all out, I went back and kind of just wiped down the hardware real quick there in the bathtub, and that's all done. And I'm moving on to the vanity, my sink bowl, and my mirror. Looking good. So now I'm just going to move on to the floor, and I am just using an antibacterial spray. I just sprayed the floor, and now I've gone back in and I'm just giving it a good wipe down, getting everything off the floor and wiped up. Once it dries, I went ahead and put everything back. Now that the bathroom's done, I'm going to come back to the kitchen, light a candle, and I'm going to go ahead and finish scrubbing, rinsing, and putting these dishes out to dry. My grandson is in the background. Here it's going on about 9 o'clock at night. So he's tired, ready for bed. So as I'm finishing up the dishes, I'm going to go ahead and put him to sleep. As I mentioned before, we are getting ready to go on a family trip to the beach, 3 nights, 4 days. Myself, my children, my grandchildren, my parents, and some other extended family. We are super, super excited. So please look forward to that video. But thanks so much for coming along with me today as I got my house ready to go on vacation and cook dinner for my family. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.